All right. Okay. So yeah, the war and that thing. I really wish they get a second season of it. It has been a long time, so but the episode 13, that one was a fairly new release, so it may be possible. Generator. If we can go get that treasure chest. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think it's kind of a fine line between the two. You know, seeing an anime, seeing an isekai that is yeah. But seeing an isekai that is all action all the time, or all oh, I see. All action all the time, or like all meetings all the time. Like, I know you didn't like Realist Hero because it was all like bureaucracy, but I thought personally it was a good change to the genre, because like every genre or every anime in the genre has been, you know, person gets brought over to save the world, and you know, it's just battle after battle for them. Not many do other things. Some people like it, some people don't. Like I know there's one anime out there that I like. It's that time I was reincarnated as a slime. And a lot of people dislike it because it is a lot of, or the storyline, to give slight spoilers, right. And you also have to take into account what the premise of the show is. Like, you know, realist hero saves the kingdom. You kind of, off the bat, there are some battles, but you expect kind of a lot of countryman, you know, kingdom management, like Sim City style stuff. That time I was reincarnated as a slime. Main character ends up in charge of this goblin village, ends up turning it into a thriving town, and he's the head of the, like, he's now the head of a country. So there's a lot of episodes where he's meeting with people and it's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do with the town. Now there's plenty of action in the first 2 seasons at least, but there's also a lot of him just sitting there having meetings with people in various settings. Kind of goes with the territory, but they must be doing something right because they've got 4 seasons out, I believe, a movie, and I'm pretty sure they're lined up to do a 5th one, a 5th movie, so, or a 5th season rather. So, you know, it's like, to me, it's kind of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But I don't know, like, Kuja, how you would like it, because it is, like, the main character's a slime. And I'll just tell you episode 1, because that'll give you whether you want to watch it or not. Dude dies. Based on the things he says when he dies, he ends up, like, as an OP slime. Meets this dragon and has a skill called Predator. So he eats the dragon and that gets his, you know, and acquires the kind of the dragon's powers. And that's how he ends up with a lot of his skills in the beginning. Is he's in this cave wandering around and he just eats the various monsters in there and gains their abilities. Kind of similar to Remonster, with the exception of it's a slime, so it kind of just grows and absorbs over it, as opposed to chowing down. But I know that was something you didn't like on Remonster, so, you know, hey, heads up. Then there's also the fact that he ends up getting a human form, but initially it kind of looks like a little kid. That time I was reincarnated as a slime. Ah. Okay. Oh, now I know how to get there. And things to avoid. Wait. The other things are there. Yeah. Again. Now we have that. We can use this. And looks like to finish all this out, we need 6 more skill points through everything. Cool. Okay. Oof. Episode 13. Oh, for some reason I thought it was dubbed. Yeah, So, the whole premise of that episode was there's this town who has a festival of, like, where you can reunite with the dead. And so, main character was able to go and spend more time with that chick who died. Anastasia. Which, I have to say, I was sad to see her die. Yes. Oh, there's a thing. You have to figure out how to get that one eventually. the the kids at the end, that one wouldn't have surprised me. But the assassin chick, Anastasia, that one doesn't. That she didn't turn back because they kind of said it in the episode. What choice did she have? Because she botched killing the MC, she really only had, as an assassin, two options: to kill herself or wait for somebody, one of her other assassin people, to come kill her. But because they made it believe that she was dead, you know, she had the ability to start a... Let's see. Bounce, trigger, bounce, trigger, up. Bounce, trigger, bounce, ah. Ah. Bounce, trigger, bounce, trigger, ah. Bounce, shoot, bounce, shoot, ah. Yep. Oh. Yeah, sounds fair. Would definitely. I think it'll definitely score higher for me if they do in fact do a new season for it. And with all these shows getting seasons back, you know, getting all these second seasons so far after the fact, I'm very hopeful. Nice. Yeah, the thing I have is like I really haven't met an isekai that I haven't liked based on its own right. There's obviously ones that I prefer watching more and have rewatched many times. But I can tell you there's one in there that kind of really ticks me off with how they did it, and that is one it's called Aesthetica of the Rogue Hero. It is definitely one of those kind of heavy on the fan service animes. The main character is a complete kind of womanizer. When they first introduce him, he goes up against the first time they introduce him in the anime, because the anime picks up like midway through the manga. He's being chased by the queen's personal guard, all these maids, and proceeds to remove their undergarments from them while leaving their clothes intact. And like, that's kind of it. His whole premise is like, he goes up against the VP and ends up he ends up being isekai back to our world and proceeds to go up against the VP of the school he gets put into, and during the fight ends up getting to remove her panties, and then like it's just, they make it very fan service heavy. Plenty of good things otherwise. That some of the battles are really intense. He's one of those characters where he's somewhat OP and knows it, so he's cocky about it. But you know, he's got the skills to back it up, so people are like, yeah, he's a badass. So, but I hate the fact that one, it started right in the middle of the manga, and two, ended on a cliffhanger where, and no season two. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell because you don't know what really gets the Japanese group, or like the Japanese studios, to do a second season. Yeah, and I think one of the big things is also things that go big over there are not necessarily going to go big over here, and vice versa. You know, I absolutely loved um, Archdemon's Dilemma with um, Nephi and what was his name? But Elfbride. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Really wanted season two, but well, it seemed I think it would have went over really well here. It may not have gone well over in Japan, and so Japan chooses not to do a second season. Which really sucks because those of us everywhere else that want a second season get fucked. But at the same time, it could just be something that takes time. I forget who I was talking to, but like, Sword Art Online is still going on. but it's estimated to get the next season of Sword Art Online is going to be something like 10 years because based on how the writer writes their material, there's people who are saying we aren't going to see it for a decade from when War of the Underworld ended, because like the guy only writes one volume a year. You know. What's another one that I've seen that kind of the same thing? You might want to put this on your to watch because I think you will like it. It's called oh shit. I know him by the shorthands that I talked to him with Tink about, but let me see here. It's called I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World and Became Unrivaled in the Real World too. And I'll post that in chat for you. And then here's what that's about. And then you watch Chilling in Another World with level 2 super cheat powers, the one where dude gets summoned to and cast aside because they thought they had a real hero, ends up with the werewolf wife from the Demon Lord's army. Yeah, I just call it cheat skill. And you can probably, when you're searching it, Crunchyroll, you can just search cheat skill and it'll pop up. But it's really neat. Dude is like treated like trash. He starts out, he essentially is like me. He's a big hefty dude. He's tubby. He's graduating from middle school to high school, is bullied on by the neighborhood gang. He lives alone because his family doesn't want anything to do with him. The only person that was ever nice to him was his grandfather, who passed away and made it so the main character got the grandfather's house, and there was nothing the family could do to take it away from him, which in turn pissed them off, and like his siblings graffitied the place and everything. Goes, stops these guys from harassing the one romantic interest. This has one of those semi-harem underlying to it, but he only has eyes for one of the female characters. Ends up saving her, goes to his grandpa's house, finds this gateway to another world, and ends up OP as shit, which in turn transforms him and makes him OP as shit in our world too, because he can cross back and forth. Which I think is also a fairly unique concept of with the isekais that I like, because usually it's a one-way passage and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, the only other one that I've watched that does it, I think there's only a handful that do it. But not the way this one does, because I know God's Games We Play does something similar where they have to go to these game fields to play these god games, and then they're brought back to the real world. But that's done, that one's done more like while they are teleported, it's done more like a full dive thing. Like they're just going to play a video game and then come back. There's no risk of them like dying in the game or anything. Where this one is, oh sure, now you show up. With cheat skill, it's more like imagine if Isekai Magician could bounce back, Isekai Cheat Magician could bounce back and forth between Earth and there. Like his physical body's going over there, so if he dies, if he gets hurt over there, that's it. He's gone. No, I had a feeling that they weren't going to be going back, that there was going to be more that they were going to be required to do based on one, what the dragon that killed the green haired chick said, and two, what I'm going to call her Lady Death, but like the shadowy figure that it orchestrated everything, how it's like, okay, well, first you saved the town, now you saved the kingdom, what's next? So, like, I have a feeling he's going to go on to, without looking at the light novels, I would think that she goes on to orchestrate things like, okay, then he saves a continent, then he ends up saving the entire world, all of this to fulfill her own twisted desire that she had him brought into this world for. Like, it seems there's a lot of isekais that are doing that. One that seems to be actually moving to the point where there's going to be an end, where with the potential of MC going back home, is Ari Fureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. And then here's the description for that one. It is a good anime. The things that I will caution you on, Kuja, with it, it is harem. There is a good bit of fan service. They wrote one of the characters of the harem that, like, it's again, dude has feelings for one character and the others kind of just fall for him in his party, but the one member of his party becomes a super, like, pervy masochist, and like that's their shtick through the whole thing, is like, oh, can I have a moment of time? Oh, he's ignoring me again. Can be a bit much. The other thing that I will mention ahead of time is the main love interest is a loli. But all in all, it's a great anime. It is a lot of action. It starts out with main character being in this great labyrinth, and he's assigned the job of synergist, so he can like manipulate rock. It's really not a whole, like he's an alchemist, kind of. He's down in this labyrinth with his class, and he ends up getting blasted by a magic spell, sent into deeper into the labyrinth, left for dead. And he has to fight his way out. And then he ends up meeting the main love interest, Yue, which, let me see here. Do I have a, like it? So this chick with the blonde hair is the love interest. She's a vampire princess, so she does look young. But like, and then you end up getting let's see, did they show this girl here, Shia, who, if you can tell from this picture, she's a rabbit person, stereotypical fan service, and then ends up with the chick over here with the fan, which is Tio, who becomes who turns into being a perv. But yeah, it's a really, really good anime in and of itself, with the storyline and everything. Another good one that's kind of long running, if you get past the first few episodes, is Rising of the Shield Hero. Oh, Rosario plus vampire, yes. Oh, guess I'm not turning everything in. At least not right away. Yeah, so Rosario Vampire, that one was good. UA's a bit different. In that her powers aren't sealed, and like her big thing is right. Yeah, the thing with Rising of the Shield Hero is it's not so much an issue with the fan service. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's too much fan service in it, really. But like the very first episode, main character Naofumi is summoned to the world along with 3 other people. They're called the Cardinal Heroes, each one equipped with a cardinal weapon: spear, sword, bow, and shield. The country they are brought to test the shield hero. So this, like, the ones who have offensive weapons treated like royalty. Oh, here's all this stuff to get you started with. Oh, here's party members to join you. Only one person joins the shield hero. I don't think, Tink. I think I'm good. Thank you, though. But Ghost gets all this equipment. They start adventuring. Night falls. He wakes up and suddenly all of his equipment is gone. Chick's nowhere to be found. He or she robbed him, ran off to the spear hero, claiming that main character assaulted her. Name dragged through the mud. He gets thrown out and ends up having to hire this demi-human slave that turns out is, you know, a little girl, a little raccoon girl on the verge of death. Good news is she only remains a raccoon girl for like 2 or 3 episodes, because the way they wrote it is with demi-humans like the raccoon girl, once they start leveling up, they like turn into adults instantly. So she stays a kid for 2 or 3 episodes, and then poop, all of a sudden you see her and she's an adult. But if you can get past like the first few episodes, because I knew you had issues with like raising kids while adventuring, and you know the other subject material isn't the easiest to deal with. The anime turns into a really good thing. It's him, you know, just trying to survive with her, ends up with another companion named Philo, who's actually like their world's version of a chocobo from Final Fantasy, but has the ability to turn into a girl who kind of looks like an angel. So yeah, she looks like a child, but she mostly fights in her bird form. but like it's him trying to get through these waves and helping people and truly becoming a hero while cleaning up the messes of the other three. So it's definitely an interesting one. Yeah, so this right here is her in her human form, and like Rising of the Shield Hero. Let's see. So here she is as a chick, and then she ends up in a race and it's slimmed down, looks like a chocobo, and then evolves into this, and I just love this one. I hate you, spear guy. Yeah, yeah, Cheat Skill's a 12 episoder. Let's see here. Arifureta, the first season's 13 episodes. The second one is 15, and the last one is currently 10. I think it's still going on, because the last one hasn't been dubbed yet. And then, let's see here. Just had to take to Google, didn't you? That is, without a doubt, Pink's favorite line of the entire series. So, Shield Hero is 25 for season 1, 13 episodes for season 2, 12 episodes for season 3. I'm hoping it will get more over time, but I I'm cautiously optimistic with that because sadly the American voice actor for Naofumi, the main character, recently passed away due to cancer. So they'd either have to get somebody to typecast or who can. They'd have to get somebody who can emulate his voice or try and work something out where they could do it via AI. Because I don't think it will go over well in the I've been watching the sub of Shangri-La Frontier and ooh, it gets good. I don't know if it's still going. Where the last episode left off, the episode that was released sub today. Yeah. We'll see what happens next week. You'll probably see before I do because next week starts AGDQ, so I won't be streaming and next week, and I won't be catching any anime. Yeah, but what I will say, because it's not really a spoiler, where today's episode ended would make an excellent cliffhanger, but it also feels like it would be a cheat to the viewers if they left it there. So I'm anxious to see what they do. No, the whole reason of him being in the other game wasn't for Shangri-La being on hiatus or being down for maintenance. Him being in that other game was because he got all the parts for wearing all that stuff in the Inventoria, but because of Lycagon's wind must be blowing pretty hard downstairs. Because of Lycagon's mark, he can't equip any of it because he can't equip chest or leg pieces. So he got pissed off, went to his sister, and his sister went, well, try something else. Or, I'd change outfits. So that's what got him to switch over to the robot game. Which, not sure how far you are into it, but there is a purpose for it taking so long. It's okay. I was just catching you up on what's going on without spoiling what's coming. You can give me the option to go elsewhere. So this is how I let you go back. Sweet. Looks like there's bounty board right over here. Okay, good. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to. Brain dead. I'm gonna go back and see if I can get another upgrade to my heals. Let's see. Yeah. Definitely feeling like one. Tell you that much. Got him. Nice. I'm hoping. It feels like kind of a shitty place to leave it. So I'm hoping, like, after credits, it's like, oh, fake credits, we're not done yet. Ah, here we go. Finally, but the creep of boredom is done then. It has been opened. Can't you played your role flawlessly, brother? It wasn't exactly as we'd foreseen. It was the boy Dexios who managed it. Or the girl, I do not know about the czar, that arrogant fool. So here's here, living among them, watching over her. They are tools, nothing more. Not forget that, and